Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful, foggy Surfside, California. It's a gorgeous morning. It's so great to be with you all. What a crazy looking morning it is down here, man. It's pea soup fog, and there's some big sets rolling in here on the beach. We've got so much to talk to you about here today. Of course, we're going to be talking about the long range situation. There's some great long range fishing going on for the Royal Star. We're going to delve into what's going on here in Southern California. There's been some pretty good bass fishing as well as some pretty darn good fishing for halibut in a few locations. Some other places are a little bit slower right now. Of course, we'll look at the Ensenada and San Quintin yellowtail bite. That's been going along very, very well. And the PCS show is on the horizon. Colder ice is going to be there. You're going to want to find our friend Chris Rank there. And there's going to be a lot of other friends. Let's get set up. You know what time it is. It is time for the morning briefing. Let me get set up. I'll be back with it in a moment. Before we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget, if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. Give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. Hey, it is great to have you with us here in Surfside. Some big surf rolling in here today. Later on, this fog is supposed to be gone. It's supposed to be 74 degrees here on the beach in Surfside, California. It's going to be beautiful. Lots to talk about. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Oh, is that good? I'm going to put this up here because some of these sets are rolling way up here on the beach right now, and get into it with you. Don't forget, hit that like button if you don't mind. We deeply appreciate all of your great support. Remember, you can subscribe to the Freedman Adventures YouTube channel and tick that little bell. You'll be notified when there is new content. Let me know if a big wave is coming in here to wash me away. That would be deeply appreciated. And also, you can follow us on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. It is great to be with you all. Once again, Colder Ice will be at the PCS show. You're not going to want to miss Chris Rank. He's got that product that you sprinkle over your ice, and it reduces the temperature by at least 20 degrees, sometimes more than that. It also makes your ice last so much longer. Colder Ice at the PCS show. You can pick it up for $5. Go to your Saltwater Guides booth. Yeah, that crazy Dave Hansen. Go see Dave. Say hi to Dave. Find Chris over there and then pick up Colder Ice. Only $5. You're going to want to buy a whole bunch of it. If you're a private boater, throw it on your private boat. It's going to do you a lot of good. All right, let's talk about what's going on in Mexico. We'll start there, and I'm going to start again at 140 miles. Let me just briefly tell you that there's some yellowtail inshore around Cabo San Lucas. La Paz also has yellows out at the islands. If you can get out there in the wind, there's a little bit of billfish, but really not that much. Occasional Dorado and Wahoo down there. Inshore, some smaller roosters. Mulaje, Loreto, really good yellowtail action going on there. It's been fabulous. You'll be able to meet a lot of the folks there at the show from Loreto and other areas. I love fishing Loreto. That's been a really fun spot of mine for decades. It's such a great place. Now, 140 miles below the border, San Quintin, Baja California. Beautiful place to fish. Lovely people and some darn good yellowtail action. Surface iron, yo-yo iron, tons of rockfish. You just can't beat it right now. And the drive there is absolutely beautiful. You want to make that drive down there, it's fantastic. Now, Punta Colonet, San Diego-based boats have been going down there. It's 120 miles below the border. You can actually drive there, jump on with a panguero also. But man, I got to tell you, the San Diego-based boys have been putting the wood to the big lings and rockfish down there. It has been spectacular. I mean, as good as you could possibly want it. And it just gets better and better and better. In fact, the Tribute had over 100 ling caught on their last trip. We know Max over there on the Pacific Voyager had great ling cod fishing. Max is going to be out here shortly. Not sure what he's going to do. He may fish that zone. I think he probably will. He may go offshore and look for tuna, but I think he's going to focus a lot on the coast and see if he can come up with a yellowtail or two. So we'll watch that for you very closely. And then, of course, we have Ensenada, which is about a 60, 70-mile drive past Tijuana. You go across the frontera, the border, and then you make that lovely drive down there to Ensenada. Great rock fishing, but those yellows are still around. Ramon Sport Fishing. Ramon is just one of many operators who had yellowtail. And once again, on the weekend, you get a lot of boat pressure on those yellowtail. And as a result, sometimes they will go down and not bite. Here, we're back to the weekdays now, and we're getting a better bite. Nice grade, too. Nothing really, or I shouldn't say nothing, but a lot of fish up over 15 pounds, some in the 20, 25-pound class. Surface iron, yo-yo iron. It's been really good in Ensenada at times. Sometimes it'll take a dip, as I just mentioned. The omnipresent rockfish bite, tremendous down there. You can always cash in on some really excellent rock fishing, so that you can take to the bank. And as I've mentioned so many times before, that Baja hospitality, Ensenada, San Quintin, Loreto, no matter where you go in Mexico, in all my travels, it has been something that's a part of my heart. The people are so nice, and when you get back in from one of those Baja trips, they will put on a little feast for you. You get to bond with the crew. It's really special. So Ensenada, good. And speaking of another zone, it's called Popotla, just about a 15-mile drive south of Rosarito Beach. It's not very far at all. You can go to Popotla, and you're going to want to find Carlos Cortez and Cortez Sport Fishing. Carlos has been putting the wood to the rockfish here recently. It's been really good. So good fishing south of the border. No doubt about that. Long range fishing, the Royal Star. Man, they got mixed up with some nice grade yellowfin tuna, nothing under 100. Some of that stuff pushing 200. Really nice grade fish down there around Hurricane Bank, 1,000 miles south of Point Loma, 3 days to get there. They also had shark battles, but man, I'll tell you, the boys on the Royal Star, I'm talking about the crew and the passengers, buttoned down on their drags, pulled hard, and won more battles than they lost with the tiburones yesterday. So nice going on the Royal Star. They were having some really good yellowfin tuna fishing, a little bit of wahoo kicked in there with it. It's hard to beat that, man. Really great fishing going on. Great long range fishing. Ventura Sport Fishing, 20% off any trip this year, but you got to book by April the 1st, and that's rolling up on us. So make sure you go to VenturaSportFishing.com or give the office a call. Pick any trips you like in the future. Book now, pay now, 20% off. You can't beat it. If you know when you're going to be fishing out of there, now's the time to do it. 805-676-3474. All right, let's talk a little bit about what's going on here in SoCal. Rockfish is still closed. Because it is closed, we're fishing sculpin and whitefish. Sheephead opens up in a few more days on March the 1st. So you'll be able to take sheephead once again here in Southern California from the boat. So that's really great news. That's coming up. And on March the 1st, you'll be able to do that. So right now, sculpin, but there are some good bass trips. In fact, on the thumbnail, you can see what went on out there on the new Del Mar for the Fishing Syndicate guys and Steve Phelps and a bunch of guys from Long Beach Sport Fishing, a bunch of other great guys. That was some pretty darn good nighttime structure, sand and calico bass fishing with some sculpin mixed in with it. So there's some pretty good fishing on that. Down in San Diego, once in a while, we'll get a good flash of sand and calico bass. And then other times it's whitefish and sculpin, sometimes pretty good, sometimes really slow. And that goes for all of our spots up and down the coast. Now, our dear friends over there at Young's Fishing Tackle. What's that water feel like? Woo! Feels like 60 to me. Getting warm. Grunion will be up here on these beaches pretty darn soon. Young's Fishing Tackle, Bellflower, California. Good morning, Kevin. I hope you are doing well. Let me tell you something, they had some great sand dab fishing, as you can see, by the happy anglers and the stringers of those little flat fish, those sand dabs, which incidentally are pretty darn good eating. If you go to a classy restaurant, you know, one that would throw me out the minute I walked in the door, you'll pay 40 bucks for a couple sand dabs and some sides. So they are really sought after and pretty darn fun to catch. So they had a great trip on the city of Long Beach, no doubt about it. There's no limit on sand dabs, ladies and gentlemen, here in Southern California. So if you want to go out and fill up a pickup truck full of sand dabs, just kidding, you can load up big time on those dabberonis, that is for sure. Don't forget the El Patron, while she is putting new engines in the boat right now, getting spiffed up for the season to come, you could still book a charter or look at the future schedule for the El Patron out of Long Beach Sport Fishing. Like I like to say, get on the El Patron. You can do that by going to www.longbeachsportfishing.org. You know, March the 1st is when Sheephead opens up. I know I've repeated that like several times this morning, like I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit or have completely lost it. But March the 1st is also bingo night at the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club, and I will be there. I wouldn't miss it for a second. Chuck Zimmer, the president, all the crazy guys and gals who make up part of the Rod and Gun Club. They have a couple people who are actually sane, but most of them are crazy over there. It should be a lot of fun. Starts at 3 o'clock, dinner's at 4 o'clock, bingo starts at 5 o'clock. They even arranged for some carnivore food for yours truly. I see it's a spaghetti dinner, and I said, I can't eat spaghetti. So, man, they're going to have some, I don't know, elk sausage or something like that. What are you doing, Chuck? He's doing something that I can actually eat. It's got to be part of an animal for me to be able to partake. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'll be there. I think Fish is going to be there. There's going to be a whole bunch of people who are going to be at that event. And if you need any help, give Chuck a call. Whoa! Woo! Oh, frickin' A. Oh my God, I got frickin' drenched. Oh yeah, I deserve that, man. Chuck Zimmer and the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club. They got me. That was good, man. I got completely screwed on that one. Oh my God, I'm freezing to death right now. So I'm gonna zoom through the rest of this. I told you to let me know if one of those waves was sneaking up on me. I don't even have sand in my mouth. How did that happen? I had my back to it. And I'm back here again like a dope. All right, don't forget, I'm going to dry off and be at the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club on March the 1st, Saturday. We will see you there. Really great stuff. All right, what else we got for you? Big fish, bait, and tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach, California. Oh, right down the street here. They are fantastic. Got all the bait, tackle, everything you'll need for an outstanding outing and day right here in the Southern California surf. Doesn't look like the best day to be surf fishing today, that is for sure. But there's been a little bit of perch around. Been a lot of debris in the water around here, Bolsa Chica area, even here in Surfside. It looks like it's pretty cleaned up, but there's some big sets rolling in, as evidenced a few seconds ago by yours truly getting screwed by that wave. That was good stuff. So a little bit of perch. As the water warms up, we'll see more corvina, yellowfin, croaker. Bait is perhaps your best way to get a bite during this time of the year, so you're going to want to fish bait. And you can get all of that and more. And you can even use Rada, the owner of the place. He'll let you dry your clothes if you're dumb enough to stand in to some big surf coming in. Just kidding about that, but get on down there, mention Freeman Adventures, and you'll be able to save 10%. March the 23rd is going to be our next surf fishing day. It's not even going to be here. It's going to be down Bolsa Chica. We're going to have a beach cleanup. We're going to have, what else we're going to have? I think we're going to have a raffle down there. We're going to have a barbecue down there. And of course, surf fishing. So put March the 23rd on your calendar, and I will firm those dates up with you all. All right, my friends, what can I tell you? Yeah, it did get me pretty good, didn't it? Look at that. How did I get all this? Oh, okay. Yeah, the wave came over my back, went down my front. I'm completely soaked and freezing to death. It's always great to be with you. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I'm gonna head up, dry off, and of course, more content coming out today. If I don't see you Saturday at bingo night, I'll see you March the 23rd. That's gonna be a fabulous day, my friend. We'll see you then, and if not then, stay away from me. I hope to see you really, really soon. Have a great day.